Hello guys and welcome to SteveKnows. Today we have some really quite interesting news stories, such as mobile tech, mobile chipsets that are capable of ray tracing. We also have some insight into what Oculus are wanting to do with the new operating system that they're creating. We've got new games, updates, so much more, so enough chin-wagging. Let's get started. So let's start this off with the improvement in an industry which can directly affect our virtual reality gaming and the future of it, perhaps highlighting the potential of the next 5 to 10 years for standalone VR, and it's really quite exciting. So there was recently a conference called Computex that happened a few days back, and at that event they spoke about the Samsung S22 mobile phone and the hardware that phone is actually going to contain. It's going to contain Samsung's latest chipset with help from AMD, the Samsung Exynos chips, and have capabilities such as ray tracing and variable rate shading. All of this on a mobile chipset. This is a huge leap forward. And if AMD are announcing this, I'm sure Qualcomm are not too far behind, and they'll be able to release a chip that has these features as well in their next generation. Because that's what competition does. It helps elicit better features and it's better for the consumer. So hopefully that means within the next few years, we can see this fantastic leap in mobile VR potential. Of course, this is all hearsay until we actually see this technology in action, see it for real, because it could be limited. It could be a pain in the bum to implement and to optimize. We don't know yet, because this is the first of its kind in a mobile device. It has been said though in places like the US, the Samsung chip is going to be the Qualcomm still, it's not going to be the Exynos. So hopefully Qualcomm release something similar, and that's also good because Facebook have a nice relationship with Qualcomm because they're using their Snapdragon chips in the headset already. So now the next story that I can't believe this actually popped up. We were talking about this on the channel very recently, as the release of these Android applications, the speculation around Android apps made me question. I thought Facebook wanted to create their own operating system. But recently an article just popped up with the Zuck explaining why he wants to build a reality operating system, which sounds kind of fancy, a reality OS, or ROS. This information came from an AMA, which always seemed to give us some nice juicy bits of info. So he started off talking about the challenges of a new platform, meaning augmented reality and virtual reality, and the fact that it's so different to what we're used to in the real world already with technology in terms of the input required, the application business model, and how tightly optimized things need to be for a good virtual reality and augmented reality experience. That imposes some really difficult challenges. So he then said that they were building a microkernel operating system and that they're already pretty far along with it. For those that don't know a kernel, see the kernel as a program that enables the operating system. It's kind of the core of it. He does talk more in the AMA, but it's mostly fluff, things such as, developers didn't have to be so efficient back in the day as they do today. A lot of work is required in order to create this operating system to meet our vision, blah, 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 blah. And I'm curious though to what this operating system is actually going to be used for. Is it VR or is it AR? Because the report only stated augmented reality. Because they've clearly invested so much time and effort into this Android operating system for the Oculus Quest that it seems strange to me that they won't be keeping it after all of this time and investment. So I'm guessing this is going to be for augmented reality, and I'm interested to see what ROS can bring. Okay, now maybe one of the most hype Oculus Quest titles this year, apart from Resident Evil 4, that is Sniper Elite VR. It is coming, it is around the corner, just 5 weeks away, being released on the 8th of July. And since the announcement of this, I've been so excited and shocked that this game is even getting a VR edition on the Oculus Quest. So this game is also going to support mixed reality capture as well, which is just mind-blowing. So I'm going to expect some seriously beautiful mixed reality videos. Sniper Elite, if you don't know, as the name suggests, it's a shooting game where you play an elite sniper, and the game emphasizes this with its slow motion X-ray camera shots when you get an amazing sniper shot, and it feels and looks so sweet. The game will be based in a war-torn Italy, so there's going to be some nice architecture, I hope, during World War II. And the Quest will also see some small visual improvements over the Quest 1, so it's nice to see this isn't a Quest 2 exclusive. The trailer that they showed us is PC graphics, so expect the Quest based on experience to be an incredible downgrade, but it will be the same mechanics and the same experience, hopefully just not as beautiful. And I am hoping this might be what Medal of Honor should have been. We've just had a VR showcase from Sony and it gave us some nice insight into what games are coming to the platform. Sadly, nothing on the next generation headset, which is kind of what I wanted. But if you've got a PlayStation VR, there are quite a few decent titles coming over the next few months for you to get excited for. The first is Wind and Leaves. It has quite a nice art style from looking at the trailer, and it seems to have a very interesting way of storytelling as well. So you're going to play a gardener and you're trying to restore life and biomes to this barren wasteland. It looks like quite a refreshing game actually. Next is Arashi Castle of Sins. The name alone sounds pretty epic, and this looks like a Tenchu VR game if you played that on PS1, throwback, and you are a ninja, the last remaining of the House of Arashi, which already makes the game seem so tense. You're this lone survivor, and you also have a wolf as a companion that's going to assist you in combat. I love that idea, a pet wolf. I'm sold. There is also Puzzle Bobble coming, which you may have seen on the Oculus Quest as well. This just recently released on the Quest. It's a puzzler, and it's got characters from Puzzle Bobble if you played that on the NES. And this game is a bit like virtual reality Candy Crush. Line up colors, and then they'll pop, and you'll get points. There's also Wanderer, which we have spoken about on this channel before, and this is a game that's coming to the Quest as well, and I'm incredibly excited about this one. So in this, you find the device which allows you to time travel, but then you're trying to get back to your time, and as you're transporting between time periods, you will embody historic figures and experience some of mankind's greatest moments. I love this idea. It sounds extremely powerful. I'm excited for this one, and I think I'm going to have to get this on PC though, because I need to enjoy this with the best possible visuals for sure. We also have Sniper Elite. We've just spoken about that one already, which is also coming to the Quest. It's also coming to PSVR. We also have After the Fall, which is also coming to the Quest, and I've spoken about this many times on the channel. This is a multiplayer shooter that is going to be cross-platform with Quest, PC, and PlayStation VR. And the number of assets that they're going to get on screen for this blows my mind, because when we saw the PSVR trailer, there were just so many kind of like infected zombies on screen, and I thought there's no way they're getting that on Quest and PlayStation, but apparently they've done it, so hats off to you guys. And the next game is from End Dreams called Fract. This is a fast-paced virtual reality shooter where you can zipline, ski down hills, climb walls, all to keep that gameplay quick and exciting. VR Scout called it a mix between James Bond and Mission Impossible. So now a new game just popped up on the Oculus Quest store for pre-order called Eternal Starlight. And it has some pretty sweet graphical assets based on the images that you see, and the bio saying activate your neural link to gain a view of the battlefield and command your fleet to victory. But what this game looks like is a Quest virtual reality version of games like Command and Conquer, where you'll have to tactically take out the enemy team, and it's one of those games where if you look at the trailer, it just doesn't look that exciting, but when you play these kinds of games, it's actually mentally stimulating and extremely rewarding, so I'm definitely going to give this one a chance, and this is expected to be released on June 17th. Now this morning I saw something rather special, and I am going to have a nice treat for you guys with me and Get to the Chopper VR on this one. This is some good news after a tweet from Patrick Hackett. It seems Space Pirate Arena will be coming to the Oculus Quest this year, finally! This is a huge room scale arena game, 10 meters by 10 meters, where you can play an online multiplayer shooter or a local multiplayer shooter that people like Nathy have shown on their channel in a warehouse where you are running around the actual environment that's kind of mapped to your play space. It's just, this is the future of local multiplayer VR for sure. But then unfortunately the pandemic hit, so it wasn't viable to play this game. But I'm so pumped to try it out now. I may have to poke the local virtual reality arcade to see if I can use all that space that they've got free to play this. But finally, I'm glad to see this. It looks so good. So that's it from me today, guys. Thanks for watching to the end of the video, getting caught up on the latest and greatest in the virtual reality space. Please consider subscribing to the channel, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Happy gaming, guys. Good day.